The RU486, that is a medication, and the legislation was under the guidelines that had been developed. The approval for that legislation to get into Australia had to go through the Minister of Health. All other medications in Australia, we have a very clear process through the TGA, the Therapeutic Goods Administration, which is an independent body which assesses all medication. What we said was that this medication, like all others, should go through that. It shouldn't have any special ministerial blockage. So we were able to get that changed. So we were able to reverse a special provision. The Minister of Health was able to knock these things out of Australian consideration. So it was significant because we believe that RU486 medication actually procures medical abortion. It should be looked at for efficacy and safety. Does it do the job? Is it safe to do the job? Like all other drugs. So that was what we were able to achieve with that one. The other one is a guideline that was actually never in law. It was just a guideline for how our Aussie dollars could be spent. There was a guideline put in without going to the Parliament, which said that it couldn't be spent on anything to do with abortion or research on abortion. So what we were able to do was to get the Minister to remove that guideline so that now any aid project is looked at on the benefit that it has for the community without that preclusion. At the moment, it's unprecedented in Australian history. What we have is we have 150 members of the House of Reps. Government in Australia is determined by who has the majority in the House of Reps. Neither of the two major parties has got 76 members. So what's being discussed now is to see whether there's now 4 independents and 1 Green member whom they will support into minority government, either the Labor Party or the Liberal National Party. So it's never happened before. So far there has been no public discussion on issues around health or reproductive rights in the overall discussion, which is good because I don't think they should be subject to that kind of debate. It should be good public policy. But to an extent your analogy is quite right, because one Tasmanian senator in the mid-90s who had particular views about abortion was able to extract support from the government to bring in both these pieces of our process were brought in to support him because the government needed his vote to sell Telstra. Well, certainly one of the clear differences between the two major parties at the moment is what they want to do with health. So the independents may have a different view on that. I don't know. They haven't talked about it publicly yet. But yes, issues around health, there are clear differences. Could be the defining topic then. It could be. It could be. And if it were, it would probably be a good thing because it's such an important issue. But at this stage, we haven't got that detail.